Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about campaign optimization, optimizing your campaigns that you're running, when to pause a campaign, when to stop, running the same offer and stuff like that. So basically, as you can see, I'm in one of my Facebook campaigns, which is the wedding speech campaign. I showed you guys how I kind of came up with this in, I think it was module 1, but kind of to recap, it was a campaign that was selling wedding speeches, and I targeted people in the US and Canada between the age of 22 and 50 who were male and engaged, kind of obvious audience. I did okay. I did about 5 sales, which was just breaking even for this campaign. I think maybe a slight loss. So not great. But I think it could be improved upon into profit with a little bit of testing and optimization. So when we speak of optimization, what do I mean? Well, I mean optimizing a campaign to improve click-through rate, get cheaper clicks, and ultimately a bigger ROI, return on investment. So as you can see here, my click-through rate ranged from 0.05 to 0.07. 0.05 is not particularly impressive. 0.07's pretty good, quite average for Facebook. Nothing to write home about. But if you're getting a 0.07, you can definitely turn a profit. But really, we want to get to the 0.1% range, really, or 0.10%, however you want to say it. But so how would we go about increasing this campaign's click-through rate? Well, first of all, we want to split test the ad. So over here in the side, you'll see the preview of the ad that you're running, and you can actually just click on create a similar ad, hit that button, and it will load the ad up back into the Facebook editor. And now what we've got here is the ad once again back into the Facebook editor, and what I would say to do is go to your affiliate link and change the TID to, for example, here it says @TID equals FB. I'm just going to change it to FB2 so that you can track that individual advert. You don't have to do that, completely optional. I just like being able to see where the sales are coming from. Now let's kind of rework this. We basically need to come up with a completely different variation. The tweaks can be as simple as changing the image to changing the entire ad. The biggest kind of effect is changing the headline and changing the image. That's exactly what I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to do one where it's just changing the heading to something like getting married. Now this one is a lot shorter, snappier, straight to the point, getting married. That should catch their eye straight away because they are getting married, so it should appeal to them a little bit more. So the next thing I'm going to try is I'll just try this as it is. So that's basically the only change that I've done to this one, so let's submit that, place order, leave everything else the same. Let's give that a second to load up. And then basically what you want to do is test one element at a time, so then we can come up with like a killer combination later on. So this is created successfully, it's pending approval. The next step, hit create a similar ad again. And now we want to try the getting married headline with a different image. So we're going to go to Google image search. Let me just type this in. Load up google.com, click on images, and we want to type in groom. And let's see what we can find. Remember, we're looking for something that kind of looks amateurish, or clip art, or something like that. Let's just have a look what we can see. Try and find something really good. Some quite nice ones. This one here could probably work quite well because it looks quite amateur. It's pretty clear that it's some kind of wedding. This one here, a bit too professional probably. This one's not too bad. It does look a bit professional, but it's kind of traditional wedding kind of photo that you would expect to see from someone's wedding. This one, not too bad. See if there's something that really stands out to me. Maybe not. I know, let's type in wedding. rather than groom. Probably a better idea. Yeah, this is much better for sure. I mean, this one in particular, because the background kind of stands out to me. I know it's not completely amateurish, but it just kind of stands out on a page. This one, again, this one's probably a really good one because it looks amateurish. Pretty clear it's a wedding. Let's see what else we can see. Again, this one looks pretty clear. That's a wedding reception. I mean, there are plenty of good ones here, like this one too, kind of amateurish. I think we're going to go with this one up here. So let's see if we can right click this and save it from here. Let's save this, and I will put it in, I'll just save it in my desktop for now. So let's just save this as wedding, and go back to Facebook, upload the image, wedding, bump, uploading the photo, and there we go. It is a little bit small, but I think it kind of shows that it's a wedding pretty well, and kind of eye-catching with the colours, good contrasts and stuff like that. So I think this advert could do pretty well. On this one I'm going to tweak the copy slightly. Let's have a look. Let me see. Let's help you. 20 professional. Are you going to be need help with? So I've put, are you a groom to be need help with your wedding speech? So I've got two questions in a row, which could be particularly, intriguing to the user. I've also been speaking to my friend Johnny G, and he reckons that you can have the call to actions at the bottom of ads. So I'm going to go ahead and put, I already knew that you could have call to actions at the bottom of ads. Just to clarify this, he did mention in the previous module, but just to kind of recap, you can mention call to actions like click here or download now, but usually if it's a paid product you have to mention the price. At least that's what Facebook originally had as a rule, but apparently they've changed that quite recently in the past couple of months, and you can just do it direct now. So let's put download these 20 speeches now as a call to action. Hopefully that should increase the click-through rate quite a bit. So let's see if everything else is the same, and place order again. And usually creating an extra 2 variations and then letting them run, and then comparing the statistics to the other ads usually works pretty well. And that's what I would recommend. So basically we've submitted these extra 2 ads now, and then we will compare them later on to the other 2 ads. And the one with the best click-through rate obviously we'll keep. The ones that with the lower click-through rates we'll pause them. And that's it really. And the advantage of having a higher click-through rate is pretty obvious really. You get more traffic for the same price, it drives your cost per click lower, and that's pretty much it. The second optimization strategy is kind of an interesting one. I'm just going to show you. For example, say that this advert was getting a good click-through rate, but maybe not bringing that much of a profit. Then you could create a similar ad, copy it over, and when this loads I will show you what to do. Scroll right to the bottom, don't change anything else if it's a good ad, and change to pay for impressions, which is CPM, cost per mile. And now as you can see the bid drops dramatically to, let's go with 34, which is the minimum, and let's place an order for that. And basically the difference is that we're paying per 1,000 ad impressions now. And recently Facebook changed their algorithm so that people on CPM get their advertisement kind of displayed less, which has affected the advantages to CPM recently. But I've still had quite a bit of success bidding CPM with successful ads. So if you're getting a good ad with like a 0.08 plus click-through rate, then give it a try on CPM, especially with 0.1 click-through rate ads. Definitely try them on CPM, because you may very well get a better return, more clicks for your money on a CPM basis. So that's kind of how you would tweak that. And finally, the perhaps biggest tweak, or optimization or scaling, whatever you want to call it, is to again click the create similar and change the countries. Now international is a lot cheaper, so let's just try Australia for example. Hit Australia, see what the estimated reach in Australia is. 110,000 people, which is fine. And now as you can see, the bid has dropped dramatically again to 31. And you remember we'll pay nowhere near this, so the cost will actually be a lot dramatically lower. Even in cost per click, it's quite a bit lower. So let's give it a try in cost per click on Australia. So the traffic in other countries is a lot cheaper. So it's always worth trying campaigns out in lesser known countries. Not that Australia and the United Kingdom isn't known, because they certainly are, but they're not really targeted by affiliates as much as the United States and Canada. So that's basically campaign optimization. If you have an ad and it's received maybe like 100 clicks and you've received absolutely no sales to that product, then definitely kill the campaign, pause it. It's definitely not working. You want to go back to your targeting, try and see if you can improve on the targeting somehow. Use Quantcast, try and use Plenty of Fish tool to improve your targeting. Maybe look at using keywords to really laser target. And keep it simple. Going back to the World of Warcraft example, that's kind of the easiest money you can get. Targeting a pool of passionate users and promoting them exactly what they're interested in. In my case, I was promoting a World of Warcraft guide to people who were a fan of World of Warcraft. And use keyword tools to find related keywords and put them into the Facebook likes and interest box to kind of capture more people into that pool of passionate users. So that's pretty much it for optimizing campaigns. The big one was using it in other countries, the CPM bidding, and testing different images and headlines to kind of try and squeeze every last cent or penny out of these ads and really get a better return on investment. Hope you found this video useful. Put a few of the techniques into practice and such, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.